here for your live chat, little NIT action. Maybe we'll brush up on some of our Major League Baseball futures. So we'll see how that goes. Let's just make sure we're streaming where we should be streaming. Facebook is a go, and YouTube is live right now. Wonderful. We are underway. We are underway. All right, folks. So, what's there to say? We're streaming. We got it up here already for you. Richmond and Memphis, for those who come late, they just want a quick recap of what we're doing. I got you covered. We're just going to have that scrolling for a little bit so you see when you first come in. I know the comments come up a little later. I get it. We threw up some baseball props yesterday. If you didn't get them, we'll talk about them. Plenty of time for that. We could always jump back into what we have going on there. Pepperdine. I don't know. They won by 20. Is that good? That nice win in our pocket tonight here? Pepperdine gets it done. How about Toronto Raptors? Everybody loved that Denver game tonight, right? Yeah. So, early on, I was like, we could go ugly here. We said Raptors. We said Pacers. Pistons. Getting points from the Pacers. They would have covered there. Your Orlando Magic. Somebody wanted to put 500 money line on the Suns. I said, don't do it. That game is tied. Boston Celtics, another team. Everybody's betting on Milwaukee. That is a 2-point game. And, well, we know the Rockets were not playing with that game at all. So, we dogged up. You're looking good. I said the Clippers. I like the Clippers. They're up a little bit here in the third quarter. So, hey, look, I just come back to the chats. Al is here. Chris is here. Steve, how are you? Vanton Oils, good evening. Cornell, how are you? Thanks, Al. Love Richmond tomorrow. I'm on it. We're on it. How are you today? Vanton, you doing all right? Pepperdine, yeah, Chris, that was, easy money there. And like I said, WCC, a little better conference, a little better competition. I ran down their schedule of who they'd beaten. We talked about it this afternoon. Tough game versus UCLA, beat Irvine. San Diego State, tough loss. Cal, BYU, tough games. Who'd coast to play? Oh, no. Oh, you're watching on Alley, Plus Money Honey. I said I didn't say it was stupid. I said we have newer people, and we had to, watch how we, word phrasing things. I'm not saying that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I didn't say that. I said we had to explain because someone else brought up they didn't know what a round robber was. I said I had a guy, somebody in the chat didn't know. I said dogs. He wasn't sure. So I'm not making fun. I forget. Listen, I've been betting games since 1990. I ran a pool for NCAA tournament sophomore year in high school. 90. Everybody loved Duke. I had crazy odds on Duke, like 10 or 12 to 1. I went to a championship game against UNLV. I thought UNLV and Georgia Tech were the two good teams, so I had them, lower odds, obviously, 2 to 1, even money. Duke got there, they got smoked. So, no, I'm not. Don't think I'm mocking people. That's definitely not what I do here. And people ask, I explain. I didn't. Well, hey, you just put yourself on blast. I didn't throw out a name. I just said I had somebody say they weren't sure what dogs were, taking points, and at least saw somebody in there. They know what a round robin was. People ask what parlays are. What's a teaser? It's all right. Listen, I don't know what you do. So I could easily come in and be like, what does that mean? So nah, I try to help out, say a little. Truthisms. You get a lot of people out here who are like, oh, I've been doing this for a long time. Well, you know what? I have been doing it a long time. 1990. All right, 15. How do they know what the sharp money is? Or that's just BS they use to sound smart? Yeah, so like the sharp money, I mean, that's going to be your, like the wise guy, your syndicate kind of plays come in like on a Sunday night when those NFL lines come out and you see it goes from uh, four out to three or 3.5 to three, stuff like that. Those people moving those early lines. That's the quote unquote sharp money. I mean, I've always thought the people betting on Sunday night when the lines come out for NFL the next Sunday. That's the people. Those I consider them the sharp people. Now, not all of those moves are meant to be for their play. It could be they're trying to push money the other way. I mean, these are things people have said before. So um, you had that late. You'll hear another thing like, "Oh, the late steam comes in." All of a sudden, the lines one it goes to flip flops and everybody's pouring it on one side. It, Nowadays you have to. I take that with a grain of salt. How do you How do you know what those are? Especially everything is, it's legal in a bunch of states. It's on Twitter. People post stuff. I mean, you see line moves now. How do you know now you just have a bunch of people who, you know, team faction right here. I mean, he'll let you know that he's new. You have a lot of new people coming in and newer people. It's like the Super Bowl. Like that line is really not going to move because there's 50 million people betting on them, and it's people like March Madness. It's office pool people. It's everyday people who don't, know things what's going on. So when they say sharp, I guess they're talking about that. I mean, not listen. I consider that the sharp when it's a move on a Sunday because I don't think anybody in here has bet Saturday or Sunday Sweet 16 games. Have you? I highly doubt it. I have. We talked about. We could go back to the NCAA tournament. I mean, we had Drake +2. We went to -2. We had Loyola Chicago at 2.5. It was up to 5 and 6. That's. I'm not waiting. Do I consider myself a sharp? No, I don't. I do not. I'm not sitting here a sharp guy. I'm not moving $250,000 on games. I don't have a team of beers and you know computers running, different things going for me. No, I consider myself a grinder, a better. I'm just gonna do my stuff. And do I bet early? Yeah. That make me a sharp? I don't think that. Do the line? Do I get a better line sometimes? Yes. Do I get a worse line sometimes? Yeah. Sometimes it happens. Am I better than average getting a better line? Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's gonna get the win. Things happen. You just scroll up and see what else we got going on here. So we got the sharp plays, multiple accounts for different games to play. It's probably the same. I don't mind that. No, don't worry about that. Julian, how are you today? Orlando, good to see you. No, the sharp. There are. No, I was talking to a guy. He's a big player. He's well known. And he says like we're talking. He's like I go like a wise guy sharp. I don't consider myself that. I'm just a better. No, he didn't miss nothing, Gloria. I'm just a better grinder. And I guess I'm a pro since I'm doing it so long. Sharper shark, bite the whale. I was watching. Yeah, I mean, you talk about like the whales, like the big whales coming into play. Here comes the whale, all the money. Well, you know, I'd said that somebody's like, I don't, because he's a big money better. He's like, I don't, I don't want to be the whale. And I'm thinking to myself, of course not. You don't want to be the whale. You want to be whales get eaten sometimes. Sharks king of the ocean. So that's that. Again, um, um, Dr. Ward, how are you? I'm don't mind. We have people asking questions. I don't mind helping out. It's new, I- but that wasn't doing. I don't think I just called you out. I said we had people who didn't know things. I mentioned the underdog thing, but people, I run in here. We'll call people like Gloria that doesn't know a thing about Ben baseball. Not teasing her or mocking her. She doesn't know. People don't know. I mean, if the state just comes legalize sports betting, and people, it's only things they've seen in Vegas or a movie or heard about, and you think you're going, you know, back in the day, you're calling a bookie, some dying guy in a restaurant, you know, give me a 40 timer, you know. You don't understand the lingo. You don't understand the odds. It's new. What's this? What's that? I get it. I get it. Like I don't like, I tell you, like the whole people are like, oh, well, live betting and this and that. Like I'm live. What the hell is live betting? Like I grew up, it was, you bet the game. That was it. If you were lucky. Maybe you could get a halftime line somewhere from your local guy. So it's new. In that case, you could say I'm still learning the in game. I'm not a big in game guy. I've said it before. You know, especially we were just talking about it on the show. Team Faxi will tell you, he's like, you know, NBA, and I say it all the time, I'm not a huge NBA guy. I'll bet a couple, I'll throw a match every once in a while. Uh, it's just something where as I said here, you get half cock effort some games. Some guys teams don't show up. It's a 30-point lead, and then the team goes on a run. Just live bet it, I guess, and that's for somebody. Not that I'm a live better, but that's it's new. We're talking about new things and learning things. Um, all right, Julian, what sports are you best at? Well, you know what? When people say they're great at everything, and I've doing this for that, and this is my percentage. I've had losing seasons. NFL had a losing season last year. Overall, long term, I've historically last 11 years just on the sites we're at about 54%. Now, people will be like, well, that's not good. 54s, somebody's saying they're hitting 60, or they can say whatever they want. I mean, I've done it. It's over the years of 150, 180 sites. You need to win 52.5% of your games to make money. And NFL is basically like that because you're laying 110. You're not really laying odds like in baseball or hockey. You're laying 170, 150, stuff like that. So NFL, I'm pretty good at. I'd say I'd face anybody in a football contest. I've been in contests, and those contests, and I never won like the $1 million in that contest or anything like that. But I have winning 60% seasons in those, yeah. But those are a little different than everyday betting, I guess, because sometimes you just have outliers where people come in and have amazing years once. So NFL, I'm pretty solid at over my career. College football, last several years, I've been getting better at. I mean, I've had winning seasons there. College basketball, I really like. I think I'm okay. College basketball, it's up and down. I throw a lot of games out there. You got to be disciplined. Baseball, I think I don't want to say like the world. I'm at the worst at something. I mean, some days you just don't have the rolls in baskets. You don't catch games. You're losing. One season I got like 70 something games, lose by 1.5 or less points. I mean, you're talking half one, half point. You're losing by a bucket. You switch that around. You take like 81 losers and turn that into 81 winners, and you go from a losing year to that's a really a monster year. It's a 160 game swing. So, listen, is it tough winning all? I say I win every day. Hell no, I don't win. Nobody does. They tell you that that's a load of crap, Julian. That is a load of garbage. And I'll come on here and I say you see these people on Twitter just coming out of blue. You can pull up videos of me and clips of me from 2010 doing stuff. So yeah. So listen, that's 50%. That's taking dogs. Like my baseball, I might have a losing record, but we will maybe make money on the other side of it because you're taking underdogs. You have to be able to say, all right, you lose a little bit, but you know what your stronger game is, and maybe have a little more on that one. So, all right, you've lost a couple in a row, but you're like, you know what? I lost these two, but I really like this game. So maybe it's stronger than the other ones you like. So you put a little different on. So you gotta. It's all about people's bankrolls because as a pick seller or a tout, whatever. I don't like to call myself that because I got into the pick selling side of it just for extra money. And you sell games from between like 19 and 40 something dollars. So I mean, you're not making some kind of killing selling games for that. Especially when sites take out their chunk. I mean, I got into this because I was already betting, and I had my notes from betting what I did, and sports betting wasn't legal here until a couple years ago. So it was a win-win for me. It was extra cash, and uh, in the business, you get to meet other people. So it's good, like networking, I guess you'd say. But what I've learned is that you have like two types of people who buy. I tried to do well. We'll do a game a day or a couple a week, and people don't want that. People like the volume. They want to bet a bunch of stuff, and that's fine because that's what I do. It's not like I'd sit there and be like, "Well, one game a day for X amount of dollars would do that." No, if but if I go on a nice little run, a couple days, whatever the case may be, I'm going to say, you know what? Maybe I'm as much as I like these games today. I'm not going to go crazy betting them because I want to, keep building off my bankroll. And that's what everyday players probably don't do. Like I mean, everybody here, I'm gonna lump it all together because I'm sure most of you guys and girls are like, just come on, you bet whatever you bet on these games every day or parlays or whatever the case may be because it's fun for you because you're working during the day or working nights, whatever case, however you're working, and then you come home and have fun and you're putting a couple bucks on the game, and the more the merrier. I mean, I know because I did this, I'd give out like 5, 6, 8 games, and people wanted 15 games. So now it's like I'll give a couple, and then we'll just run through the chat because everybody just wants action all over the place. So I find it hard as a seller to put how I live and bet into uh, the people who buy a pick because people don't want just 6 games a week to bet on. They're not going to do it. They're not disciplined enough to do that. No one here is going to bet, say, 4 games each at 1,000 or $2,000 a pop and try to make that kind of money, right? Who's going to do that? Say yes, you're going to do that because that's going to be a big no. People want to spend if they're going to purchase for me, and this is for any capper. You're going to purchase a package for a week or a month for whatever it is, $300. You're going to want games every day to bet on, and it'll be 3 games or 5 games or college football, college basketball Sunday, or college football, college basketball Saturday, or NFL Sunday. You're going to want 5, 6, 8, 10 or more picks when you lump in hockey and NBA or baseball, whatever the case may be. So it's tough for the fact that you can't really, and even just talking to everyone, to tell you guys you have to, you know, the money management, your discipline is the key to betting. If you want to do pro style like wise guy, you're a sharp pro kind of guy. Well, you're going to have to be really disciplined with your thing. You can't go in and be like, well, I'm going to put in suppose I got a 7 leg parlay for 25. You can't do that. You'll be out of money in a second. You can't just come in and do crazy player prop parlays all the time. Yeah, you're going to hit for a little while. You know what? And you go to Twitter, I see these people out of blue, and next thing you know, their accounts deleted, and people are like, "Ah, man, I cash out this guy for $25 for the month of plays. He's gone." Like, who the heck 20? Save your money. Who's $25? Some cash app clown who's got a what is that called? Like an anime avatar. Like, who is this person? You know. So I don't know. That's my little rant on that. I just, everyone, you just have to. Everybody's everybody's bankroll is different. Everybody's mentality is different. How they are. They're impulsive. They're not impulsive. They're more laid back. I always say, have fun. Do what you want to do. Yeah, there's what, 19 people watching. I'm sure there's 19 different ways everybody here likes to bet, 20 including me. We're all different. So that's that. You're upset. I think I was embarrassing you. All right. Blue Born is here. Miguel, how are you tonight? What do you think about the Winnipeg Jets tonight? Um, we'll get back to Winnipeg. Let me just get through the comments here. All right. So you played baseball in college, so you know how it works. The odds are just different. All right. Gloria got it from her own man. She's got the genes. Well, the 3-day package today is, it's a little, it's a little lighter than what it had been. It just it varies. I can't. You know, now you have, the with the Sweet 16 on a weekend, the 3-day pass. Obviously, if you get it for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is going to be a lot more games. Like, I mean, if you brought the 3-day pass today, it would be for what's today, the 24th, 25th, 26th. Today you had a couple games. Say you get it tomorrow. If you get a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 basketball games between the NIT and the NCAA, and that's not counting if I might add a couple NHL games, maybe an NBA game. So this time of year, 3-day pass, you're making out like a bandit because you're going to get, a 3-day pass on the opening weekend. You're getting 25, 30 college basketball games over 3 days. Next week you buy a 3-day pass on Monday. Next week you're going to get 8, 10 games. We're going to get some NBA, couple, maybe 1 or 2 NBA, and if I do a hockey or 2 a game, you'll get 2 games a day there. So the 3 days was good for basically the March Madness weekends. We'll switch that up. I'll move that 3-day pass. So it'll still be there, but for $40, it's not. You're probably going to want to get, if I'll make a 7-day pass for, instead of 100, so I'm going to be $75, and then for baseball, say baseball starts, so you'll get 7 days of baseball and hockey and the NBA. So you're going to get games because baseball, you're going to have always a few games a day. Whatever the case would be. So it depends. You do that during a college football season. College basketball starts up, and you have a pass like that, and you have a full slate of college football on a, well, I shouldn't say that because college hoops, depending, the schedule can be a little strange sometimes in November, but there's games. It's not like you're going to get 1 or 2 games, Gloria. You're going to get, a gaggle of games. Next week, if you buy on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, obviously there's not much college basketball going on. You'll get a couple NBA and hockey games. Weekend will be different. You know what I'm saying? Because you got, actually, this week was what? We have the college hoops is what? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So, but yeah, if you're gonna get if you want to, get it on a Saturday, so you get Saturday, Sunday, Monday, at least you get 3 days of the NCAA tournament. That's where you want to go. I mean, on the NIT games, I gave you my 2 NIT games tomorrow. They're here. You get 2 of those, and you'll get all my, those are my 2 NITs for tomorrow. They're premium plays. I didn't put a package up for them because, listen, I'd rather somebody, hey, you want to buy 1 game. I always say, and that's just not for me. And I mentioned other guys on the site. There's, plenty of guys on the Winning Free Picks page here. We had the leaderboard. Like I say, I'm not up there in NBA. I don't think short of me going 17-0 in the NBA, I don't, I won't, and having, plus 1,700, I don't put out enough games to even make the leaderboard. Like MIT Simulator, this guy's at 63.5% for NBA this year. He's put out 90 games. ASA, Mike London. Same with hockey, like MIT Simulators up here. He's number 2 in hockey. He's number 1 in NBA. I mean, there's again, I don't want to just get on the premium because, I sometimes fill out the premium stuff here or my pick wise, but like MIT Simulator is number 2 in hockey and number 1 in NBA. Why wouldn't you buy a week package of that guy or a 30-day package? I mean, he's shown through the season, and obviously he's a little more limited. He's got 80, what's he got, 90 NBA, and he's got 30, 50, 60 hockey. So this guy's choosy with his games, but he's hitting, 63% of NBA and almost 63% of hockey. So if you're disciplined, you want to ride this guy, you're going to be making, good money. I mean, he's disciplined enough. You could put a couple hundred on those games. You know, I mean, college basketball. You see me. I mean, yeah, I got 800 college basketball plays. The nearest guy after me has 100. But I'm also at what 53.5%. But my money's triple of the second guy behind me. So that's why I say use the leaderboard. You win, it's there. You lose, you're not on the leaderboard. It's just that simple. You know. No, don't get it Saturday. Buy it Saturday, Lord. If you're gonna get a 3-day pass, get Saturday because then you'll get all Saturday, all Sunday, and then you'll get the Monday games there. Pepperdine for the win, Eddie. Absolutely, it was good. Yeah, get Saturday. Hey, Kraft, how are you? We're just put that up there for Kraft. Yay! Allie we were talking about you earlier. No, Chris, I'm not jumping into FCS. I don't do that. I don't pretend to. I've seen guys last year when the pandemic came, like, oh, if your capper doesn't do KBO, he's not a capper. Well, who the hell was doing freaking KBO? I mean, stop it. Stop. Like, what the F do you know about Korean baseball? Out of blue. Never heard of you before, and all of a sudden you're some Korean baseball king? No, I don't do FCS is another sport. I don't get into it. Sorry. Guys do that. That's fine. They want to do baseball or Korean baseball or table tennis or some nonsense. Soccer. I don't know. It is tough enough to grind out wins in sports just here in America between college and NBA and NFL and college football. And you throw baseball into it. Soccer and then those different leagues over there and the fishy stuff that goes on over there. I'm not jumping into that. So no, I don't do that one. The Wolfhounds. All right. We appreciate our veterans. Darts. Yeah, I mean, really, Gloria. I mean, I just don't do it. I don't pretend to know it. I'm not gonna come here and say, "Oh, UFC this and that." I'm not. I'm not a boxer guy. I'm not a golf guy. Horses. They're not things that interest me. When I was a kid betting in high school, that's it. Football, baseball, basketball, and I got into hockey later in life. So, all right. So NIT tomorrow. We like Richmond. We like Memphis. Let's see. NBA. We threw out a bunch of NBA here today. I said what to do here, and you know what? I think if we grabbed all that NBA, I mean, under Rockets got there. Although I did say I said, what do we lean to the Timberwolves? That wasn't a winner. Orlando Magic, how about that? Dog out right there, getting 10. Somebody wants to put 500 money line. I said, we're not laying 10 here. So Orlando went outright. Toronto went outright. Boston loses by 2. Pistons lose by 5. Clippers are rolling by 20. And I kind of like the Sacramento Kings, and they're up 4 here in the first. Well, that doesn't even count first quarter. But the Nets are getting their doors blown off here, right? But it is what it is. Yeah, Julian, I say all the time. I said I put out a couple NBA, but I'll wait till the playoffs when guys want to play and they're not taking rest days or load management or whatever hell these babies want to call it. I mean, come on, play already. If you're hurt, you're hurt. Say you're hurt, you're hurt. Taking off because it's a back-to-back. I mean, you play freaking 2 games a week. I mean, really. All right. So it's a different season. They got to squeeze a couple in. What do you play? 3 games a week? There's 7 days. Last time I checked, it's 7 days a week. You can't play in a back-to-back. I mean, so that was like my big thing. You saw my Clipper rant. I don't know. Yeah, so those Clippers, Nets. What are we going to do here? So we'll just look ahead to tomorrow real fast in the NBA. Couple games. So we got Clippers, Spurs again, and who knows? I might come back on the Spurs there. I don't know what the line is yet going to be on this Miami game. I'll probably leave Miami. I put the Knicks up as a free pick on the Winner Free Picks YouTube channel here. If you're watching, you already know that's going to be my free pick when that comes up. But Listen, I'm telling you, please watch it. Give it watching a thumbs up on the free pick videos. Just go through as they come. You don't even gotta watch if you don't watch the whole thing. I get it. Just hit like. Just hit like and subscribe or share or something. Let everybody know. Just share the videos I win in. That'll be better though. You know. Chris, yeah, Denver. I was like, you know, uh, is- I mean, 1 to 2. Everybody's been Denver, and I didn't like it. I told you. I said, if the fun thing here would be to take what I say, Boston, Detroit, Orlando, and the Pistons. I said you take 4 of those guys, you might make some money. I said even if you even go money line, you might win a couple. And what do we got? We got 2 of them, right? Orlando outright, which would have been a nice one because you were getting 10 points, and you got Toronto, and you would have covered the other two. It would have been a 4-0 night. Not too shabby. So Toronto would have been what, plus 110 maybe. Orlando would have been probably a plus 3 or 4. I mean, the line was 9.5, so you probably would have made a couple, 300 on that, depending on where you shop around to. It is what it is, Chris. Sometimes, I'll tell you, those too good to be true lines are, exactly what they are. Like I said, it's got that low hanging fruit. You want to grab that apple? Like, I don't know. I've done it before. Sometimes you catch it. Tonight, looks like a bloodbath. Those I mentioned those 4 games, and the dogs came barking out in all 4 of those early. And looking at tomorrow, I mean, we got Lakers are getting a couple points here at home. Again, is this one of those lines? Everybody's gonna be on the Sixers because you got no LeBron, no AD. Maybe the Lakers are play tomorrow. Although on the opposite side of that, I do like Golden State a little. They're getting 2.5 from the Kings. No Curry, but they're still fighting for a playoff spot. They're 9th in the playoffs positioning. So I look at that as a little gambling edge there for them. So, all right. Listen, not much going on here. We already covered the NIT today. I was even thinking since NBA, there's really not much going on. I don't know if we should. I know everybody likes it because we got the tournaments come up, so it's nice to do with the NCAAs on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Looking ahead to the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. But I don't know next week with who am I kidding? I got to come back because we got to do some Major League Baseball. I was thinking, maybe we'll stop the 10 o'clock show and just keep it to midday money. But we may have to pop in. We might have to pop in a little next week to do some Major League Baseball win totals. We'll probably do those tomorrow night. We'll probably do win totals tomorrow night in Major League Baseball. Orlando didn't take dogs. He's in a doghouse. Yeah, Chris, it's hard to take the Lakers with no LeBron and no AD. Yeah, it's hard to take Toronto tonight. How'd that work out? Sometimes you just got to hold your nose on some games. We just said who the Lakers got? Okay. I mean, you literally one message up. You just said about the Denver game, Chris, and you're ready to do the same thing here on the Sixers. Come on, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like people know better because you just typed it in, so you know better, and then here a message later, and one day, hours later, you're looking at doing the same thing. Leave you. Yeah, no, I was thinking like this week. I was like, maybe I don't do the midday, but midday definitely will be, or the midday's not going away. In fact, the midday will probably be a staple. We'll make, I'm going to try to get some like midday money shirts made up. We'll do midday money, have some T-shirts. I think we're working on a new win and free pick logo. So we'll have midday money with the logo, and in the middle, like win and free, midday money, and it won't be this badass Cobra Kai, but it'll be something in the middle. MLBA. I don't know. MLB is Major League Baseball Association, probably MLBA. I don't know. Not sure team faction what that is. I guess an ML Major League Baseball Association. I don't know what video it was. My video? I don't know. So Midday Money is definitely a go. The night show. Listen, the night show basically started for the NCAA tournament, like, or actually for conference tournament. They said, let's get out here the night before, talk about some conferences and stuff like that. So I don't know, like on Major League Baseball, if it's going to be, yeah, Midday Money is definitely the name for this show. I told Ali, I said Midday Money is what we're going with because that, Midday Money we could use all week long, all year long. So the Midday Money will be the title of the day show. Bo Dunn wins. How are you today, Bo? Thanks for popping in. Hope you won today. But the night show, I'm thinking, I don't know with baseball, like even NBA. I was telling Ali after the show or chat, and I said, it is tough coming on when half the games don't have lines. Like, what are we talking about? I mean, I could talk about NIT tonight, and tomorrow we'll do some baseball win totals. And then on Friday, we could talk a little bit about college basketball for the weekend, Sweet 16. Casino chips. Why casino chips? We gotta put like baseball symbols on it or football. It's sports betting, Gloria. We're not. And I'm not giving out baccarat advice here. Midday money is going to be how about like a bat hitting a football into a basketball hoop, like a bat ball in a hoop. I don't know. Maybe with a little caricature of my giant head and the headset with the basket of money. uh, yeah, I like the midday money. Oh, because it just midday money just seems right. Like late, at night it's look ahead. Like there's something like there's other sites like look ahead lines or first look, first look lines. I don't know, and even that you can't even do because ML, NBA doesn't help us there. A merch site. Now you know what we do for like winning free picks and picks and parlays. We hand out a lot of swag. We hand out a bunch of stuff. We're down in AC, hand out stuff. I go to Vegas, hand out stuff. You know, and you can always write in, and our guy can ship stuff to you. I know they sometimes ship stuff out. My head, Gloria, like it would be like winning free picks, and then like my head, like in a caricature kind of thing with the headset, and then like the winning free picks logo or something. First peak, yeah, but what are we peaking at? 2 NBA games out of 8. That's the only drawback to that. I mean, baseball's. We'll see. I mean, we'll take it as it goes with uh, the 10 o'clock show. I don't mind. Just sometimes you run out of stuff quick because if it's a day like Friday, we're going to talk about uh, Sweet 16 games on Friday. Well, there's only so much I could talk about because there's 4 games and we have money on picks out on 2 of the games or premiums, or 3 or something, like Sunday ticket I love. I could have every game covered there for Sunday, and I can't give out one thing to you. So that's the only problem with that. Quick picks. Oh, Hickey, Anthony Foti popping in. How are you there, Mr. Foti? Good to see everybody popping in, saying hello. Hopefully everybody had the nice Pepperdine win. We had some nice NBA money, and we're going to carry it over. We got 2 college hoops games for tomorrow. NC State, Colorado State. I'm leaning to Colorado State there, Chris. I don't have any money on either, but I like the Colorado State team. I had a future on them to win the Mountain West tournament. I had a future on them to make the NCAA tournament. Obviously, 2 losers, but you could tell that I like their team a little bit, so I like Colorado State there. But I didn't throw anything on it. I like Richmond, and Memphis is my best bet of the NIT. Ah, thanks, Rolando. Midday money, late night money. Yeah, yeah. So I have been with Craig. He started on another site that I was on. One of the first sites it was actually the second site I was on. The guy had one site and then he bought another site and made a new name. And again, I'm not going to, hype that guy's site. It's a different network. So I don't do that. But yeah, so Craig was on there and he had his little CT Sports Picks, was his page back then. And then he asked me to be on that site, and then it turned into the, Picks and Parlays family. And that was in, I guess, 09, 2010. So 11 years been with Craig on the channel here. The Winifrey. Well, I know Winifrey Picks. Everybody knows the Picks and Parlays. That's the bigger name. That was the first, but you branch out to get more uh, views and listeners, stuff like that. To generate interest. So I've been doing a Winifrey Picks page for about a year, about a year, a few months, I guess. I don't even remember how long it's been doing the videos. I like doing the videos. I don't mind come on talking. I've done that. Listen, I used to do a podcast on Thursday nights, the Thursday tailgate I used to do back in the day, Block Talk Radio for years and years. And on Thursday nights at 9 o'clock, I would go through the entire NFL and dozens of college football games by myself. Sometimes that people would call in. That was good because you had like a call in number. So I'd have other cappers call in sometimes. We'd, you know, shoot the stuff, and every once in a while listeners would call in. I don't know. I think they're a little nervous about calling in. Like somehow I'm gonna like call them back if I saw their numbers. But I enjoyed the Block Talk Radio because of the call-ins. I liked it. So when he said do a video, I said no problem, man. I'll do multiple videos. And I'll tell you what, yeah, once I'm settled down in another, let's April and May are gonna be a little tricky for probably a month for me setting up, getting everything ready and stuff like that, a little back and forth and moving the family. But uh, listen, September rolls around. I mean, even August with football every day. The midday money, we'll talk baseball, but at that the late money show, whatever we're gonna call it at night, it'll be ACC football, Big Ten, Big East, uh, Big 12, MAC. We'll have a show every week in August for all the conferences, to all the college football conferences. And then September starts up. That midday money is going to be all right. We'll throw out a baseball, our best baseball bet of the day, and we'll hit a college football game every day. We'll throw out a college football game. So that one won't be as much as who do you like in Alabama's playing Georgia. Listen, I'm going to have plays up by Wednesday who I'm bet on. These games are just going to be like one a day that we kind of like. Maybe they'll end up being premium plays, but all right, so Greg, I said football season comes. We'll be doing multiple shows, multiple venues, whatever. I can't wait for football season doing this. We'll have a lot of fun. Just you wait and see, people. It'll be good. Well, thanks, Chris in Orlando, for the nice words. There you go, Team Faxon. I appreciate it. Yeah, Allie. Well, so Allie's been doing the show for a long time. She had her the Total Chaos show, I've been on a couple of her shows before for Total Chaos and stuff, going head to head with people. So I don't mind. I like it. I could come on and talk. It's great. And Allie, listen, her shows. I watch some of her shows. She brings up the whole board and gets everybody involved with the thing. So that's I can't do that. She's got it. I don't want to take that format from her. I mean, that's cool. We have a contest, stuff like that, but that's Allie's thing. Like me, I'm just going to come in and do my thing. She does a great job, Allie. The Plus Money Honey. That's a fantastic name. Everybody follow her on Twitter? Plus Money Honey. That's great. I love what she told me that name. I met her out in Vegas, I guess, like 2 years ago. I guess when she started with us. It's like Plus Money Honey. I said, that name is fantastic. All right, we're gonna wrap this puppy up. I'll see everybody tomorrow for midday money. That's the official name now, midday money. And we'll be back at noon tomorrow. Thanks everybody popping in. And follow on Facebook. Why not? I'm not a big, I went back to Facebook just so I could put the video back on. Initially I got on Facebook. My friend's like, you gotta get to Facebook and see how these people look from high school. You know, everybody changes. It's good to see people you grew up with, and you move away or people move away, and then you see their families. It's a nice little. Otherwise, you never would have saw them again, right? I mean, so now strictly videos, strictly videos. All right, everyone, have a good one. See you tomorrow. 12